Hi, my name is Jessica Murray, and I'm your community manager for Social Media Club. Today, we are going to be bringing you an interview with Erno Hannink, who is our founder and chapter leader of Social Media Club Amsterdam. Erno has been involved with Social Media Club for the last few years, and we truly treasure everything that he does and offers to our newly forming chapters throughout the Netherlands. So in celebration of Social Media Club's 5th anniversary on Tuesday, August 16th, we just want to share with you a little insight of what Erno is doing in the Netherlands and a little bit about his community. So my first question for you, Erno, is how did you first hear about Social Media Club?
I think it was twice when I spoke with Chris Hoyer. No. It was the first time when I was in Las Vegas at the CES in 2009 when I was introduced to the Social Media Club, and I was brought with somebody at the CES, the conference, and I got a glimpse there. So I met Christy, I met Chris, but later on when they went to Europe, they visited event here next in Berlin. And I spoke a little bit longer with Chris, and he introduced a little bit more to the Social Media Club and what it's all about. And I said, well, it could be interesting to do it in Amsterdam, but it took me another half a year to really finalize that idea and to have a first SMC in the Netherlands.
Okay, and you guys launched in around December of 2009, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you've been around for almost 2 years, so you'll be celebrating a birthday in the next couple months too. Okay.
Yes, we are already preparing that festivities.
Yes. So what was it about after meeting Chris and Christy and talking to them and getting familiar with Social Media Club that made you want to launch a chapter in Amsterdam?
I think the main part was that, I live in Doetinchem, which is not really close to Amsterdam, but I came to the impression that, if we want to start a Social Media Club, Amsterdam would be the perfect place because it's the most familiar place for the Netherlands and outside of the Netherlands. And there's a lot of communication specialists over there, and the larger companies are there. And there's a lot of people talk about social media, but I think that there's a lot of still that we can learn from each other. It's a profession that's really just in the beginning, right? So if we can learn from each other, what is best practices and so on. And I thought that the Social Media Club was really the best thing to do there, so that you have a free event where people can visit and we can learn from each other.
Sure, and I will say in conversations with you over the past year since I've been with SMC and just, watching what you're doing in Amsterdam, I know that you truly get it and see the value in sharing and, really creating a community. And we're truly, so grateful that now Social Media Club has 12 chapters in the Netherlands. And this is a lot thanks to you. I mean, Amsterdam was the first chapter, and you've really paved the way, and you've done so well at guiding and supporting these chapters who are just starting, because it's kind of overwhelming, but with your guidance, I know that it's less, they're less frightened. So tell me a little bit about what the community is like in Amsterdam, kind of the mixture, the diversity.
You see all kinds. I mean, there's people that work for themselves, there's people that work in marketing and communication, you see business owners. What we have a community I think is about 400 now. And we have, every month we have an event. And we open that for about 60 to 65 people, depending on what area we are. So the location is a limitation, but in general we try to limit it to 60 people, so that the interaction between the speaker and the people, the attendees, is the biggest. Because if you have an event and you would, let's say, open up for 150 people, then you will just be presenting, and there's less interaction between the attendees and the speaker. And in Amsterdam, we think the most interesting part is that the group is small, so people are more into the communication with the speaker and ask questions and ask really tough questions at sometimes. So I sometimes upfront apologize for the tough crowd that we have, because we do have a tough crowd. But the good thing is that not only as attendees we learn from the event, but also the speaker learns from what we think is critical about what they did, and how you can do this in the future. So it's a two-way learning aspect there.
Yeah, and I think you're also, it's more valuable when you're going to an event that you have more one-on-one opportunity and access to a speaker when it's a more intimate environment. You're more comfortable, more likely to ask questions, whereas some events that you go to, they have hundreds of people and you're just kind of lost in the mix. So I'm sure that definitely caters to a better community, stronger community, because it's more one-on-one.
Yes.
So my last question is, how has social media impacted your life personally and or professionally?
Well, it is my life. There's no way about it. It is everything in my life is social media. What I do, I help independent professionals to get clients via internet, and mostly it concerns social media. So I help them to set up a blog and a website and a newsletter, but also I help them to get acquainted to the biggest networks like LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, and also Google+. But also, I get my clients via social media, so they come to me through the internet, and I write books about it. I make my money from it. So everything that I do is social media. But if I'm not on there for a client or do something professional, I'm on there just chatting with people and having fun on the social media. So my life is social media.
Okay. So for our viewers watching and the rest of our social media club community, where can they find you online to connect with you?
Well, you can find me on the main networks like Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and everywhere you look, Erno Hannink, ERNL. You will find the name below, right?
Yes. And we featured you today in our chapter leader newsletter. We do one chapter leader each month that we has given back or is really involved with SMC. And so we featured you in our newsletter this week. So thank you, Erno. And
thank you.
Thank you for supporting all of our Netherlands chapters. And we are very much looking forward to a growing, thriving community of SMC chapters in the Netherlands because of you. So thank you. And we will celebrate our 5th anniversary of Social Media Club this week, and hope you enjoy all the content you see.
Yeah, woo!